Okay, here comes the toughest part of Romanza, the full bar. So, we've just played our half bar at the 5th fret. And now our next two measures are the most challenging in the whole piece. And that's because they require a full bar plus another finger. And there's even a little stretch in it. In the end, it's not terribly difficult, but it definitely takes some time for this to settle into your hands. So if it feels like you can't do it for, I don't know, a month, totally fine. Don't worry about it. It'll come. So don't stop playing the piece just because there's this one kind of challenging, nasty couple of measures in here. So the way the chord is going to be set for the next 6 notes of our melody, so 2 measures of 3 beats. So the next 2 measures have this bar chord as part of it. So the chord is a full bar at 7, so covering all 6 strings, and also your middle finger will be at the 8th fret on the 3rd string. And then the melody will go 7, 8, 7, 11, 8, 7. So my bar's at 7. In order to reach 8, I can't move my middle finger, so I have to reach under with my ring finger to get the 8. And then 11 with the pinky. It's actually not that hard. You just kind of reach it out, it'll work fine. So when we get to the full bar, a couple of things. One thing is people always try and push down every single string with equal power, but it's actually not really necessary. You don't need to be pressing every string. In the song, we have an arpeggio that's on the 1st string, the first 3 strings, and then our thumb is on the bass note, the 6th string, right? So during this section, you don't need the bar to be pressing the 5th or the 4th or even the 3rd string because your middle finger is taking care of that. So if you can distribute the power and the pressure, the weight of the bar to the deepest string, which is why we need the full bar, and then just the top 2 strings up here, it'll be much easier. So just put the power in kind of a bridge, right? Power here, power at the top, not in the middle. It can be kind of soft and slightly arched in the middle so that you don't have to press so hard. So that's the first thing that everybody finds seems to help. The next thing is when we do a bar, most people will be trying to squeeze the neck of the guitar really hard. It's not a squeeze in your hand. So you don't actually need to be squeezing. It's not a fist, right? What it is a lean of your arm pulling against the body of the guitar. So you just want to lean onto the guitar. And it actually helps to have a little bit of an angle up of the guitar sometimes, or just hugging the guitar to you. For your bicep to pull these couple of strings towards you a little bit is actually really easy, but for your tendons and things in your hand to do it, it's really hard. So we don't want to squeeze the crap out of our guitar in our hands, right? And if you're feeling a lot of pain here, you're probably squeezing too hard. So remember, it's a lean. And just to demo, you don't really want to practice it this way or anything, but if you're leaning the right way, your thumb doesn't even need to be on the back of the neck. It's a funny angle for me right now, but it's not, the bar is not a problem with the thumb not touching. The thumb is a very important anchor and balance point though. So keep the thumb there, but it should be kind of soft and relaxed. Okay, so the way the song is going to work right here is we're going to go our bar with our middle finger, and the first 3-note group is 7, 8, 7. So we play our bass note at the beginning of a group, 8 and 7, and then reach up with our pinky to 11. The middle finger needs to stay there. It's still part of the chord. Don't let go of the middle finger just because your pinky's reaching. And then it's 11, 8, 7. So a bass note at the beginning of a group, 11. Then to 8, then back to the bar for 7. So that's the bar section, kind of walked through, but there's a couple more things we can do as we work on our bars. If you can do the bar in this song, there are so many pop and rock and folk songs you'll be able to play that will feel so much easier if you're playing this F bar chord, or this G one. They're all way easier than this one. So if you can get the one for Romanza, you're going to be set for so many songs because it's so much more difficult than a lot of other songs are that use bar chords. So here we go. A couple other things about bars. So when I first started, one of the things that I did that was a mistake was to try and make it so that the tip of my pointer finger was just barely at the end of the bar so that I could kind of minimize the amount of space I was covering or something. Who knows why I did it. But one of the things that you can do with a bar to kind of troubleshoot and help yourself find kind of the optimum place for each one, and every bar chord is slightly different, so you'll have kind of a little micro adjustments that you always do every time you play a bar. So one of the things you can do is add meat. Just do more of your flesh so that the thicker part of your finger here actually ends up more on the neck. And it doesn't matter if the point of your index finger is actually on the neck. It can be above. This doesn't work very well for me because I don't have very long fingers. But people with really long fingers, it may help them. So you can always adjust up and down this way. The other reason that's a good idea is because in our finger, the creases, if a crease in your finger lines up with the string, if the string kind of travels through the crease in your finger, that will also cause problems because the string will be able to vibrate a little bit and won't stop quite perfectly against the fret. So if you find that one of the strings is traveling right through the crease, it's a great time to do this kind of vertical adjustment of your finger to see if adding a little bit more meat will help. So that's one thing that really helps. Another thing that tends to help people a lot is rolling to the left or to the right a little bit. So don't be afraid to kind of be flexible with your position a little bit. So you can be on the bonier side of your finger if you roll to your left, or if you roll to the right. Sometimes that helps with the stretch to the pinky. And you can adjust a little bit mid-chord too. You can kind of tweak just slightly where you are. So those couple of things, adding meat, adding more flesh to the neck usually helps a lot, and then you can roll side to side. That usually helps a lot too. So don't feel like you have to be totally flat, totally straight. And then again from the beginning, don't forget, you don't need to be barring every single string. You're just barring to reach this deep note and then the top two up here that are part of the arpeggio. So with that said, hopefully in a week or two or a day or two even, this won't be so hard. So just don't overdo it. Don't practice this into the ground. Do 5 or 6 like this. Just run through the couple of measures. Pause, drop your left hand, relax it all the way to your shoulder. Do it again. Sorry. And then drop, relax. Maybe do a really slow one. It's harder slow. Drop and relax. Right? So just keep doing that back and forth. That will help maybe like 3 or 4 reps per practice session, not more than that. And then just practice the rest of Romanza up to that point, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to go up to where we've gotten to in Romanza real quick, and that will be the end for this video. So here I go from the beginning. It's 7. Bass note, don't forget, and then our full bar. And then we're actually back to pretty easy stuff for a little while, which we'll do in the next video. Okay, good luck, have fun.